What's up guys, it's Lori, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the rundown of my full counter build that I showcased in this video. Now before we get into the video, I know I was supposed to make this video a little bit earlier. It took me a second, but hey listen, the best part about this build, it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay a penny. I'm not linking my Cash App or nothing. Listen guys, the build is free. I'm going to be showing the stats and some improvements I would probably make if I were to make it again, and etc. So right away, if you make this build, you can go for a reinforced armor because this isn't a attunementless build. If you like going for Heretic Sutra too, you could probably do that. This is just what I did for this build because it's probably the best for sustain or for longevity in fights. So pre-shrine, you're going to want to go 90 fortitude and 30 willpower. And then I went 55 charisma for chaotic charm and all those talents. And then you can pretty much put one in everything, yeah. So you put one in intel, one in agility, one in strength, one in heavy weapon, and those stats would look like this. And then after that, you would just go for these stats right here. Now, if I were to remake this build solely for Chime of Conflict, I might have tried to take some points out of intelligence to get some strength, because this build made me realize how good Unwavering Resolve actually is, especially with heavy weapon. So if you have like a heavy weapon that's doing a lot of posture too, it's gonna do posture to you as well, because the slow swing speed, I mean, all your M1s are just gonna get parried anyway. So if you don't have Unwavering Resolve and you do have a high posture on your heavy weapon, it's probably a pretty good idea for solely Chime of Conflict to go 40 strength. So if you did want to do that for Chime, then those stats would look like this. And then after the shrine, the stats would look like this. Now the reason I say stats like this is for Chime only is because the high intelligence actually gives you some really good perks with potions and stuff. As you can see, I already have potions on me, and potions are going to be really good for overworld and for ganks and stuff. The only problem is, like, you can't use potions in Chime, obviously. So if you were going for overworld, I would copy this exact build, but for Chime, you would probably want to take out of intelligence like the stats before, and you want to take out of intelligence and try to put it in strength because posture is just meta right now. And I do recommend going 6 vitality, 6 erudition on both the versions of this build. If you think you're him, you might be able to take out, like, get 4 erudition and like 2 song champ, or even like 4 vitality, 4 erudition, and 4 song champ, as this is a mostly mantra based build. But honestly, that's just if you think you're him. If you think you're gonna win all your fights, then yes, that'll make it go a little bit faster. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the summary. So right now, I'm getting most of my HP from my equipment kit, and this actually goes with most builds. Like, some builds will have crazy talent bonuses for their HP, but this build is just not one of those, even though it's attunementless. So if you actually want to use this build, you're probably gonna have to get a pretty good HP kit. Because if we removed all the equipment right now, I would have like 430 HP, which is not good. You don't want to go into China, you don't want to go into ganks like that. But as you can see, I have 82 talents with this mantra setup. And I do have a couple monster mantras in here. I have Beast Burrow and Abyssal Ridge. You could probably go Revenge. If you really like Revenge, you can replace Pressure Blast with Revenge and that kind of stuff. Or you could replace Pressure Blast with Abyssal Ridge and get Revenge after that. But I do have quite a bit of mantras that I rolled for talents because that is just part of the min-maxing. I could also burn these 2 mantras right here, but I like to keep some in Cauldron because, again, this is a gank build, and I do need to make potions for the ganks. So this is the equipment that I like to go. I like to go Hive Scourge because it gets +2 posture. You can also go Legion Phalanx Plate because that also gives +2 posture. It's just a little bit harder to grind for, and you could go Hive Scourge Curious if you're grinding Primadon. I also have the Khan Helmet, which gives +2 posture. This one has 32 HP because of Drowned. And these Star Boots also have about 30 HP with Multiplicity, and that's what I like to go. And I also recommend, like, probably always go Viscosity, because Viscosity is just really good. So if you're ever like about to be one-tapped and you're at like 2%, you could just Green Reinforce or get any Bloodless Heal at all, and then you're saved for the next hit. I'm also going Ring of Pestilence, Rosen's Ring for the little bit of scaling, and the stats are really good. And I'm going Light Eater and Windmill for the resistances as well. Now here's a look at the talents that I have. Now again, if you're going Chime only, you probably won't have to get any of these Alchemist talents at all. I just really like these Alchemist talents for ganks, so if you're going for ganks, then I would probably recommend take these as well. Again, here's the mantras, and here's the gems that I use on my mantras. There's supposed to be a blue gem on here, but you get it, And yeah, that's about it. I hope to see a lot more people using Punishment, because this mantra is completely broken. If you want to also kind of remake the build a little bit for Vision Shaper, I honestly think Vision Shaper, the Vision Shaper counter is probably better than Equalizer right now. Because if you whiff Equalizer, you're just going to lose like a bar of HP. So if you're not really used to Equalizer, I honestly probably recommend the Vision Shaper counter is probably better right now. Not to mention the amount of spacing you can do, and Vision Shaper Realm is just really good. But yeah, that's about it.